What's up guys, it's 90s here and I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the Eagles' huge win against the Buffalo Bills in overtime in very exciting fashion. As always with these reviews, I think I've only done one this season and that was 10 weeks ago, with the week 1 against the New England Patriots, but you already know the deal. I'm going to be doing the game stats from the players. I'm going to try and make that brief. I'm going to be talking about what went right, what went wrong, and of course I'm going to be talking about our next game against a very highly touted opponent, the San Francisco 49ers, an NFC Championship rematch. Before we get into that though, of course, please, you know the drill, please subscribe if you're new, turn on the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any other videos. I'm at 258. Yes, I dropped subs, but I mean, I'm still really happy. I'm above 250. I'm really happy with how far I've come on this, and I know there's definitely a lot more I can do. I think I have a bunch of potential. I mean, I have this YouTube channel, set ahead of me for years to come. So, I'm really excited for what I can do with that. But for now, let's try and get back to 260. That'd be greatly appreciated. I don't really remember what we were on the views. I think it was either 13K, 14K, somewhere around those lines, maybe even 12K. But, of course, trying to get that view count up as well, total for the channel. And what else? Of course, socials are in the description below. As always, again, I've been in the process of making Discord server for like a million years right now. I know I have not really done much with that, but I've got some cool channels set up. I have an organization. Hopefully I can finish with that. But yeah, without further ado, play that intro video. Let's get to the video.
And he's trying to extend! Touchdown! Philadelphia Eagles on Jalen Hurts!
Alright guys, welcome back. Of course, we gotta say the players and their stats as always in every review. So even though we were the home team, normally you'd think I do the away team first then the home team. I'm still gonna say my Eagles players and how they did. So let's get it going. So for the Eagles, obviously the man leading the ship, Jalen Hurts, 18 for 31, 200 yards flat, 2 touchdowns, and did have an interception, unfortunately. DeAndre Swift, 14 for 80. Jalen Hurts, 14 for 65, 2 touchdowns, including the game-winning touchdown in overtime. Kenneth Gainwell, 2 for 26. Boston Scott, 2 for 14. For the receiving end, Devontae Smith, 7 receptions, 106 yards, and 1 touchdown. Close to another 1K yard season. AJ Brown, 5 receptions, 37 yards, 1 touchdown, still did his thing. Olamide Zaccheaus, 1 reception with 29 yards, and that was a touchdown, and an amazing touchdown at that. Stoll had 1 for 14, Gainwell had 2 for 10, Swift had 1 for 4, and Julio Jones did get a reception, but seemed to be no yards on that. The defense, Kevin Byard led tackles, 9 tackles and 4 assists. Nicholas Moreau, Blankenship, and Cunningham were close second with 7 tackles. Obviously, James Bradbury got the interception this game. Brandon Graham, the vet, with a sack, and I believe, actually interesting, he's the only recorded sack. I swear to God we had more, but actually now that I think about it, that makes sense. Right, now let's go to the Buffalo Bills, who, by the way, played a really, really good game. This was a phenomenal game. Best of luck to them rest of the way. Josh Allen, 29 for 51, 339 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. He also had 9 for 81 and 2 touchdowns rushing. James Cook, 16 for 43. Latavius Murray, 9 for 30, and Ty Johnson, 6 for 19. Gabe Davis led the day with 6 for 105 and a touchdown. Stephon Diggs, the wide receiver, one on that team, 6 for 74 and 1 touchdown. Cook had 6 for 57. Khalil Shakir, 3 for 47. Dalton Kincaid, the rookie tight end, 5 for 38. Murray had 3 for 18, and that is it. Leading tacklers today was Micah Hyde. No surprise there. really good safety for the Buffalo Bills. And Rasul Douglas, Eagles and Packers legend, still love him. Jordan Poyer and Teron Johnson had 5 tackles leading that. All right, Linval Joseph, also a former Eagle, I believe, and Tim Settle had 1 sack each, and of course, Terrell Bernard had that tip interception. I don't think he tipped it, but he came away with the football. Right. Also, forgot to mention the kickers. Jake Elliott, absolutely him. 1 for 1 on field goals. I'm gonna start doing the kickers as well, just because. And I think Tyler Bass was 1 for 3. No, two for 4. Okay, so I know he missed 2 field goals, but he also made 2 at the same time. So one was blocked by Jalen Carter, the other it was just a miss. Right, so that was the stats. Kept it really brief. Now let's get on to the big segments. All right, first gotta talk about what went right. I always do this segment first, whether we win or lose. But yeah, we still had stuff that went wrong, obviously, but let's go on to the positives first, though. So, first of all, the offense has started slow, literally every single. I don't think every single game. There's definitely been some games, obviously, where we started good, but Chiefs game, we trailed 17-7.5. This game, we trailed 17-7.5. But yeah, this is a positive segment. I got to talk about, how they stepped up in the second half and how they won us that game. Because, again, they were just doing really bad first half, but, they pulled through and they said, hey, this is garbage. We need to fix it immediately. And they did. All right. Actually, the first series of the second half, it was also a really, really bad drive too, and it stalled out pretty quickly. And I wasn't gonna say I was gonna lose hope since there was a bunch of time left, and we were in the spot before, literally last week against the Chiefs. But it was demoralizing for sure. But again, Brian Johnson, I've been super critical of you. You've been getting better at points this season, and you got way better in the second half here. You just need to stop overcomplicating things. It is, I don't know, whenever you just calm, I don't know about calm. I don't see him on the sideline, but every time I see him on the field, it just looks sloppy. It's just looking, how do you say? It just looks rushed. You just need to slow down, and you just need to not overcomplicate things and just do what this offense does best. Just move down the field, right? And we have a bunch of playmakers on this offense. You just need to calm down, and you just don't need to make it complicated, basically. But yeah, shout out to you, Brian Johnson. You did way better second half, but I don't know. I still have my criticisms about you because there's just questionable play calls all around. I think one guy on Twitter said something about situational play calling. It's just really bad. It just looks sloppy too, and the miscommunication too is driving me nuts. But I'm getting much too negative on a segment that's supposed to be positive, so I'm going to move on from this. But yeah, offense, great stuff in the second half. Y'all did amazing. And speaking of offense, Jalen Hurts. Okay, look, the interception, I know it was tipped to the line. It's just, I don't know if I can necessarily blame him for that. Tips like that happen just all the time, and fortunately it just intercepted by a Bills player, Terrell Bernard. But I don't know what you really wanted Jalen to do, during that pass though. I don't really want to blame him for that interception. He still was not doing particularly good. Did I blame all of it on him? No, because Brian Johnson was doing absolutely horrible as well. And it's just two things could be true. And I was not really happy with Jalen's performance. I knew he could do better than that. He knew he could do better than that, and he absolutely turned it up. 5 touchdowns, including the game-winning one in overtime. He showed why he's an MVP candidate, and he showed his resilience like he always does, and he pushed this team to win the game. Right? That's my quarterback right there. That is my freaking quarterback. All right? So, not really much to say here. He just excellent second half. All right? And for the defense, I know they gave up 34 points. I know they gave up that score nearing the end of the game, but a Jake Elliott field goal, very clutch Jake Elliott field goal, sent us to overtime. I know, but Desai, he also had some really good stops. Because here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. those 2 turnovers we gave to the Bills, those resulted in Bills touchdowns. I know I'm not giving that as an excuse to the defense, but I'm just saying. This happened, I think, I'm pretty sure the Chiefs game as well. And some points this season, or maybe even a lot of points, honestly, if I'm trying to remember correctly. Desai's defense is keeping us in games. Again, I know, gave up 34 here, gave up a crucial one in the second half, and he also gave up another one that gave the Bills another 10-point lead. But Jalen, excellent pass to Olamide Zaccheaus, and yeah, we took the lead right back. So I get it, but he's gotten us stops. And I have to give credit to James Bradbury in the defense as well. James Bradbury with a really crucial interception, and I think that's what caused, the Olamide Zaccheaus touchdown pass resulted in that. I mean, dude, Desai, when we need a stop, we'll get a stop. I know, not necessarily for this game because, like I keep saying a million times, yeah, he did give up that touchdown, but we need to give Desai's defense more credit. Seriously, I know I'll talk a little bit more about the defensive line. I'm a little disappointed in them because they had a lot of opportunities for a sack. I know Josh Allen is not necessarily an easy guy to bring down, but you know what? It is what it is. I think Desai's defense just deserves credit. I'm really impressed with it, and yeah, that's all I really have to say there. Special teams, special teams played awesome. I mean, Britton Covey, first of all, I want to give a huge shout out to him. He's been improving a lot. I know I was really critical of him because he didn't really do much on kickoffs, but now, whenever I see him have time on a kickoff, he doesn't fair catch it. I know he's going to get yards out of that. It's just he's been improving really well. Good coverage on special teams. Braden Mann is impressing me. He's doing a solid job even though those conditions. And of course, special teams play great, and we got to go with the captain, obviously. Special teams captain, our kicker, Jake freaking Elliott. Excellent job. Like, in these conditions, too, a 59-yarder to tie up the game in those rainy conditions. He's clutch, right? Yeah, it's just amazing. I'm so glad to have that dude as a kicker. He has ice in his freaking legs, right? So, yeah, that's pretty much all to say for what went right. Really exciting win. Obviously gonna have stuff like that, but let's look at the stuff that went wrong. So yeah, first half offense, I've already talked about it. Sloppy, complicated. Again, I don't know why. I feel like this has happened a lot where Jalen is trying to get the ball to the running back, but they're not on the same page. It's just, wow, we could not have miscommunication and dumb turnovers like that. You kidding me? That's pathetic. All right, and then overcomplicating things. Situational play calling. Like, dude, I get you're trying to get yards. I get the weather's bad, but 3rd and 15. At this point in the game, when you're like, I know it's only the first half, but you're down by 10. None of that. Okay, and these screens, they don't really work well. I'm not really seeing like a screen that's worked really well. I know that's not really like common, but I mean, like a screen working like all the time, it's excellent. No, that's no play in the NFL is like that. Like, obviously you're gonna have plays that work, some that don't work at that time, you know what I mean? But still, it's just not been working. You're getting Julio Jones as the main guy on the screen, obviously with all the other wide receivers, tight ends, going up to block, and it's still not getting anything. Even if you had a fast wide receiver like Quez, I know Quez has been struggling, but hypothetically, if you had a fast receiver, a shifty receiver like Quez, Devontae Smith, it's still not working. I get it. I already said, I know the weather, you're trying to get yards to maybe even set up for, I don't know, a better punt. But here's the thing, I don't really care about that. I don't really care about just getting those yards on 3rd and 15. I really want to be, everybody does. Everybody wants to be aggressive and get that first down. So I can't even defend the getting yards arguing because that still doesn't make any sense to me at all. Like, come on now, dude. That's just pathetic play calling. It's so annoying to see that. Seriously, he stepped it up big time in the second half, but Brian Johnson, he's been questionable this whole year. Like seriously. I'm trying to remember a game this year that the offense has just played near perfect. But we always have these stupid mistakes that drive me insane. The Rams game, I mean, I know Hurts had an interception there. I didn't like the throw there. He was trying too much, one-on-one. But even so, honestly, I think the Rams game is pretty much the close, perfect game of the offense. I remember the offense doing really good there. But yeah, it's just been questionable, seriously. But good job, Brian Johnson, doing well in the second half. But we need to just start fast games. We're really not a first half team, and we should be. I mean, with our offense, but we still won the game. But yeah, first half offense needs to be better. Like seriously. All right, let's go on to the defensive line. The defensive line, honestly, I don't really think they did terrible at all. It's just there's been so many times where we had Allen like boxed up, and we just couldn't bring him down. Again, Allen is not a easy guy to bring down. He's a stocky, strong quarterback, really similar to Jalen Hurts' his physique. And I get it, it's hard. And the rain too. I mean, pretty sure the rain made it slippery, I guess, on their uniforms. I mean, I'm just guessing at this point. But even so, you have to bring him down. I think, Hassan Reddick, also on that play where they call it, I didn't see if he had a sack. Did I miss it or something? I could have sworn. Yeah, I could have sworn he was brought down by Hassan Reddick as well in the backfield. A lot of people saying that's horse collar. No, he did not grab inside the jersey. That was completely outside the jersey. And yeah, I just can't say that's horse collar. I completely disagree with that. And I think NFL even came out and said that too. So yeah, but even so, definitely need a better job finishing here and tackling as well. Mainly on Josh Allen. I mean, we also had some like missed assignments of tackling. For I think James Cook maybe a few times. My memory's foggy, but for Josh Allen especially, like again with such a huge dude he is, I mean, still expect him to try and bring him down. I mean, obviously we tried to bring him down, but yeah, it was a little frustrating to see that, especially on his touchdown runs. Yeah, it was not really a pretty sight to see, just seeing how easily he went into the end zone there. But yeah, I think that's it for what went wrong. What else can I talk about? I mean, I know Bradbury has had his struggles this year as well, but I mean, I know it's just one pick, but I mean that was a crucial interception too. I mean, he's not completely bad. I mean, he's had struggles. He has had mistakes this year, but I mean, I still would how do you say? Because obviously, I mean, we're keeping him, right? Slay, Bradbury, that duo, but I mean, I wouldn't really want anybody else. I think our secondary here is fine. I know it's allowed a lot of yards this season, but I mean, dude, we've had so many rotations on the secondary. It's crazy. And I still wouldn't trade anything for Slay and Bradbury. That's still our duo. Avonte Maddox, being out for the year, it sucks so much. He's just really injury prone. He's a really good player. He just does not deserve that. So yeah, that's all I really have to say for the What Went Wrong segment. All right, 21 minutes pretty much this video, but I'll cut some parts out. So let's go on to just a little mini preview of the 49ers and their team. It's the NFC Championship game rematch. It's a really highly touted game. Super excited for that. I think Kevin Burkhardt, and Greg Olsen will be on the call. Super excited Sunday. But yeah, just some talking points for the 49ers. Starting fast. I know we were down 17-7 at the end of the first half, and then we've been a great second half team, and we won those games against the Chiefs and the Bills, but I still really do want to start fast. I mean, for me, I mean, it helps with me as a fan because, man, the Eagles gotta pay my hospital bill now because I swear, because there's gonna be this one super close game, and I'm gonna be super stressed out. My heart rate's gonna be pumping, and man, it's crazy, dude. All these stressful games are killing me. But even so, I mean, starting fast. Imagine starting fast first half, getting a good lead, and doing what we do second half. I mean, it's obvious. Every team wants to do that. And look, if we don't start fast this game and we come back again in the second half, by all means, that's awesome. All right, whatever it takes to win. But I really do want to see better first half offense, and just not overcomplicating things for Brian Johnson. I'm really testing him on this because I'm kind of sick and tired of seeing all these wasted offensive drives and just nothing going on first half. So yeah, there we go. All right, defensive line. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. I was looking at the other segment here. Let me bump this down so I could see just this segment. All right, there we go. All right, so another rainy game. How will that affect us? I mean, this is kind of a weird one. I don't really put this on because here's the thing: rainy games in Kansas City and Philadelphia, we won those games again, and it looked like we were doing fine. Of course, minus the first half, obviously, but it looked like we're doing fine in the rain, and we're used to it. But another rainy game, that's annoying. That is most definitely annoying. I just really want to see a sunny game, like at least once again, because all these games have just been rain. But even so, I don't think this will affect us much. Again, last two games, we're used to it. It's not a big deal, honestly. But yeah, I just want to put that in there because it was an interesting thing I noted. 3 straight rainy games, right? And of course, stopping the high power 49ers offense. Again, we did it last year, NFC Championship game, and can't really make the excuse that Brock Purdy wasn't playing. They had to go to Josh Johnson because he got injured in the game. Well, that's why you do not put a tight end on a huge edge rusher. Yes, tight end, edge rusher, mass v mass, but no, you put an offensive tackle on that edge rusher. Like, I don't understand what the 49ers were scheming. I don't even remember. I just know they put a tight end on Hassan Reddick. Hassan Reddick made the tight end pay for it. And he went up to Purdy, got that football out. And, I mean, fortunately, he got injured. But, I mean, we're just trying to play the game. It's not our fault, that 49ers just didn't scheme Hassan Reddick correctly, and we made a play on the ball, and he fortunately got injured. I'm excited to see how Purdy does this game against us. Obviously, I don't want him to do well, but, it's just I'm sick of all the 49ers fans making complaints, saying they were cheated. Not really cheated, but, it's unfair. Like, they only won because Brock Purdy was out for most of the game, but that's not our fault. We're just trying to make a play on the ball, and we saw an opportunity, right? So that's all I really have to say there. So still though, this 49ers offense is awesome. I mean, I'm trying to remember correctly. Obviously, Trent Williams, one of the best tackles in the league. Going to be going up against, I assume, Sweater Hassan Reddick. I'm gonna have to see. Yeah, I think he's on the left side. So definitely gonna have to see, how they do. Of course, Christian McCaffrey. I mean, he's a headache. He's such a versatile player. He could do it all. I mean, he can even pass the ball too. He can run the ball. It's great in the receiving side of things. And he actually went to high school in where I'm living right now, or close to where I'm living. He went to Ballard Christian, which is a really good high school, and I think they went to the 5A state championship in Colorado. So that's Christian McCaffrey's home school. So that is cool to see, right? But yeah, Deebo Samuel as well. Receiving wise, obviously does not have the best stats here, but also really good in the running game. Again, this Shanahan offense is just so fun to watch. George Kittle, really good receiving tight end as well. I mean, if things couldn't get any worse, Brandon Ayuk is having a great year this year, and he's really fun to watch. This is just a headache to defend, and I'm not going to talk much about it right now because I don't know if I'm going to make a preview for the 49ers game, but just in case, I'm not going to talk much about it. This is just something to think about, obviously. It's going to be a headache. Even if we've already beat them, it doesn't matter. This team is always a headache to face, especially the offense. So, yeah, and Davon Hargrave, too, former Eagle who I really loved watching these past years, is now on the 49ers. He's going to have like a homecoming here, so it's going to be fun to see. But yeah, that's really what I wanted to say here. I don't want to go deep into it. But yeah, almost 30 minutes in the video. I thought I was going to get a short video, but it's whatever. It's whatever. Alright, so that's about it for the video. We got everything done. So again, GG's to the Buffalo Bills fans. I know Bills Mafia. Obviously, he's an OG. I've known him for a while. I think, oh my god, their podcast name is long, but Illegal Hands to the Face podcast. My guys over there. Haven't really seen them in a while. Haven't talked to them in a while. But, of course, good games to them. This is an excellent game. 6-6 on the year, but, I mean, the season is not over. Good luck to the Buffalo Bills and their fan base. Really good fan base. And great team all around. Again, Allen and Jalen Hurts, really similar quarterbacks. They're compared to a lot. But, Allen played a great game. Jalen Hurts played a great game. So, yeah, let's just leave it at that. Right? So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please subscribe, turn on the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any other videos. We're at 258. Let's keep going. Trying to get to 260 again at the least. And trying to go to 300. That's the goal. Alright, please like, please comment, please follow my socials below. All links below in the description. And yeah, that's about it. This is your friend Nightings signing out. Have a great day, guys.